Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and welcome back to a very special live stream on the internet. Today I'm going to be doing some live, sort of real building. I am going to build something I have a vague idea for without any notion of how it will work in reality. And that thing, if you're curious, is going to be right here in my Let's Play world. I actually really like this little area of it. I think it's, I think, in my opinion, it's a fun way to do a world. As you can see, we've got lots of buildings that have some significance, but one of the buildings that I just never use and also looks the most bland has to be this one over here. Just behind the Bank of Toycat, or in front of the Bank of Toycat, is an entrance to the subway, to the metro system that I have in this world, and it's a very fun entrance, it has to be said, but it lacks one big thing, and that is personality. I built this out of stone, and this out of stone, and this out of stone bricks, and this out of stone bricks. I think this world works much better when things are built out of contrasting materials, and so instead of building it out of stone, I'm going to be turning it into a salmon. Because this stream is set up to commemorate, or rather to make one last push as a reminder to anyone who wants to buy the best piece of merch we've ever made on this channel. It is something so fun that genuinely there are people in my life who are like, yeah, actually, I think I'm going to buy this for a family member. They have no idea who you are, but it's a very cool, fun longboi. It's very huggable. It is specialized for the channel, as you'll know. It is the second edition we have. Hey, someone just bought one. Thank you. So every single time someone buys one, we'll add a 96 seconds to the stream. I have to make sure that actually is correct. I feel like 96 seconds is a very odd amount of time. That is 1 minute and 36 seconds that will add every single time someone does purchase themselves a longboi. And it's because the goal, there is going to be 400 longbois, that's the goal. And any of the ones that aren't bought, wait, I accidentally put someone over there. It's gone. Okay, so any of the longbois that aren't bought, I'm gonna buy myself. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I think that means we're making an order for like 80-something longbois, 90-something longbois right now. I will be buying the rest, any of the 400 that haven't sold to the public, I will be buying myself. And so yeah, if you want to get your hands on a longboi before I do, then now is your opportunity. And hey, every single time, as a fun reward for those who are on the fence about it, again, I think this is such a lovable, huggable product. It's huge too. For $29.99, I feel like this is insane value by itself. I think it makes a great gift. I think it makes a great thing just to have. Again, of all the pillows that all the things that I own, this is one that really just kind of works on a shelf. It works on a bed. It works in lots of different places. But if you want to get yourself a longboi, now is basically the last time. There are, at time of recording, just 2 days left to get yourself one, and so go to the link down below, get yourself a longboi, because you're running out of time to be able to. So IBX Toycat Longboi 2.0, get yourself one now if you want, and again, as a little thank you to anyone who does, we'll extend the stream a little bit each time. You can always resell them or have them as prizes. Yeah, I have a fun idea for what I would do with them. I guess I'll say. I think that is basically the end goal. It's like at some point we could use them as something. I think could be fun. So, yeah, like, if I had to buy 80 longbois, I could, like, I don't know, sign them and use them for something or other. I'm sure there's a great idea. So, here is my current design that I have. It is one of the worst. Honestly, this is bad on so many levels. I think, unlike most things in my world, where I think it's charmingly bad, this is just kind of, I don't want to say lazily bad, because I think it's not lazy necessarily, but it's bad in a way that doesn't have a lot of redeeming features. So I'm going to destroy this, first of all, and then I'm going to try and align it, and I'm going to turn it into a big salmon that's poking out the ground, so we have some different colors. I have no idea how to build a diagonal salmon. I have built a salmon once in this world. But yeah, the idea is the salmon's going to be very long, and it's going to go underground, because you know what else is long? The longboi. You probably should know. The longboi just paused the game there. So yeah, first thing we're going to do is we're going to empty out my extra stuff into here. So I have a chest plate, a diamond chest plate. Longboi counter isn't showing. Oh, you're right. There we go. So that's how many longbois we have. We started the stream at exactly 300, which is very cool. Wait, let's just scroll down a little bit. There we go. And so, yeah, it's very, very fun. This is, speaking of very fun, let's put our chain chestplate in here. Our diamonds probably need to go somewhere. Our enchanted books definitely need to go somewhere. But let's free up some spaces for things we actually need. So Windburst, fun fact, I got this recently. And now Windburst can go handily over here. Or I could combine my Windburst books together and get wind bursts too. It's starting to seem viable, huh? Already bought mine, but here's a tax to go towards you buying an insane amount of longboys. Yeah, it's looking like I'm gonna have a expensive longboy purchase on my hands. Gonna be honest with you, slightly unexpected, not in a horrifically negative way or anything. I just wasn't expecting to go through so many. But yeah, again, I feel like I've got some fun uses for the longboys if it comes to it. How was your day today, Mr. Cat, says Dasher. Thank you for asking, actually. My day's been pretty good. I had a, hey, free every sold. Thank you for the 303rd longboy. And again, everyone, I want to admit one of the funnier things that has happened. Usually when we do pay-to-win live streams, I'm overwhelmed by the demand and I regret everything. It's like, oh god, why did I set this way? But for the stream on last Friday, I think it was. Why is there terracotta in here? I'm glad there's terracotta in here. It's perfect for right now. But what is it doing there is my real question. So for last Friday's stream, I did like, okay, also hope the heat isn't killing you. It literally is. It's so humid in here. I don't even know how it's humid inside here. The temperature, if you're curious, it's not that high. It's 26 degrees. But I think it's just the humidity that's ruining my life right now. So I've got this can of cold Pepsi. I'm just going to put it to my face every now and then. It's going to be good. Oh, everyone type your inventory layout in chat. That sounds like one of the hardest things to read in chat. Hey, 304 sold. Oh, we're back up to 59.55. So, yeah, there is no limit on how long today's live stream will go. I'll say that right now. I will regret saying that if it comes to it. But I feel like, at a certain point, the benefits of streaming... Because I've had a very long day today. I'll level with you. It's been a good day. I went out to... I did something pretty fun actually, chat. I went on an afternoon tea bus tour of London. It's there's a few things that I just never do. You know, there's some also. Have you seen the cape as an elytra, chat? This might be, what is it? It looks like a sniffer cape. Speaking of sniffer cape, Super Sue MC, I want to buy one for my sister, but I'm concerned about being made in China. So, yeah, I think it's entirely valid to say you don't want things that are made in a country that you're not necessarily sure about the standards for, right? Because you know, if there is going to be negative standards for something made somewhere, it's going to be in China or Bangladesh or Myanmar, right? And I don't think I can do anything to say, you know, because let's be honest, even if I gave you, just like how, what was the company that tried to do it, with, like, explain to everyone exactly how they do stuff. When a company does it, you're like, well, what aren't you showing me? And I think that's why I can say, to the best of my knowledge, things are all above board and you shouldn't worry. But ultimately, I think the real reason that you know, I think it's good to care, and I think if more people cared, the world is a better place and everything. But at the same time, a lot of products that are, there's no real extreme rules on how country of origin works. And so even though, you know, some premium products will admit they're made in China, a lot of premium products will just lie about where they're made, and that's their actual solution, you know, to people's concerns about things. And I think I think it's a lot more honest to be like, yes, we make the designs over here, and then it is much more efficient to ship them from a single hub rather than to pretend that they're made here. But I understand if that makes you uncomfortable. I think also all workers are Minecraft villagers, so skeptical working / living conditions are okay. Exactly. They just remember, if you would torture a Minecraft villager, then you don't. that's the thing. Anyway, you know, this is a terrible point. But I'm really cynical. And if anytime a company brags about not being made, you know, in a certain country, they always eventually change their tact. And I think there's two views to take of this. You could go cynically and say money is a motive that will always trump everything else. And I used to believe this, and I still kind of can, right? I think it's really, oh, do I want to let this sheep out, chat? I mean, I guess it's not a choice anymore. Yeah, that sheep's been in there for too long for me to just let him out. So I'll leave that how that is for now. And then we're going to remove all of these stairs, and probably all of those stairs too. We'll put them all in a little chest here somewhere. That chest can later be dealt with, but just so we have some freedom of some space. Let's put a chest down right over there. Okay, and then we can store the stuff in here until we later find somewhere. I'm gonna have to build some blocks out of salmon. It's gonna be great. Also, I've got to remember to actually leave those be. So we'll remove all the blocks on one side and all the blocks on another. And then hopefully I won't forget about this time. But yeah, also, what's your favorite color, chat? No, I think it's worth addressing. A lot of people are just, like, ignorant of stuff, and I think that is a valid position. But I think it's also worth saying, okay, what is the alternative in most cases, right? That's the real answer you want to kind of go with. That's the real way that you actually make things better. If you just complain about how things are, the companies do what they've been doing, like, for the last, you know, this is actually one of the craziest things. Like, whenever there's, like, a controversy raised about some things, and there's a lot of, like, genuine things that we had to fix, like, do you remember, I don't know, like, microbead plastics are one example, or, like, but whenever there's a controversy raised about something big, companies are like, okay, how do we look like we care about this issue? Whereas if you actually go to someone with solutions, then I think it works a lot better, and that's what I would recommend doing. What's a weird favorite toy cat color? Just answered the implied question. Oh yeah, no, I did. It's made in China. There's no question about that one, friend. Super Sue MC. I appreciate your thing, but that's where mass manufacturing is done. I don't think you can question that, right? Like, if you want things to be made less efficiently, that is a valid way to ask for things. But I think, hey, we got Brynjol Longboys. Yeah, I'm like, my actual response is like, yeah, well, most people, if you say it costs $20 more and we're gonna go through all the effort of saying it's made somewhere else, most people don't love that, is the answer. Hey, I left a super chat yesterday. So it's good to see you, Brian Gallup. I missed your comment, but I hope that you're doing well. So I think also, by the way, hey, oh, look at this. I need to put something here, right? I need to actually put something worthwhile in this chest. Actually, you know, I haven't gone around to hiding all the extra music discs. So, chat, look away if you don't want spoilers for the next Let's Play World update. But I think I'm going to put Creator in here. I like Creator a lot. This feels like a good place to put it. And then we can seal this off and hopefully not find it again. Yeah, I think that the... why am I shilling the Longboy so hard? People should clearly get the Longboys as why would I be shilling something I gain nothing from? Exactly. I agree with Xavier. Yeah, I feel like I said that wrong there. What happened? I looked away. No, I feel like a lot of people... It's one of those things, right? A lot of people just, like, shy away from dealing with stuff like that. And I think it's, like, valid to... I think it only... I think the reason that people won't address it is if you say that there's nothing that will make you happy. And it's like, okay, so then I guess we're back at where the start is. So yeah, I think one of the things, I wasn't even looking at the stream and you said look away and I looked. Ruby likes Sonic 2, you ruined it. I said look away, I didn't say look at the stream. Oh, but yeah, one of the things I think is really hard to do is to, like, I think about this a lot in political discussion, right? Because one of the things that we should expect from, one of the things we do expect from politicians is ability to answer a question directly. And it seems really on board when you say something like, okay, can you say for sure right now whether you support, you know, like, I don't know, so let's pick a controversial issue, like, can you say for sure right now on the spot whether you support, you know, the ability for youths to be on? What we're gonna do is we're gonna layer controversy. But do you support the ability for young people to take, I don't know, like hormone blockers or something? And the answer to that question is, like, you know, from some people they can just pick a really ideological answer and just be like, yeah, I think it's real good or real bad all the time, anytime, no matter what people think. But you know, when you actually the actual nuanced, the people that you actually want making that decision, you know, like, same with basically every big issue, should be saying, like, okay, well, I mean, in certain circumstances, yes, in circumstances, no. Like, I think even the case of free healthcare, right? That's what we have in the United Kingdom. It's single-payer healthcare. It's still not free. There are some things that aren't included, like non-necessary cosmetics. And there is some, and dental care is, and there are some ways you can pay for things if you really want to. And so it's like, well, do you support free healthcare? If you support the UK system, the answer is no. And do you support fully private? There's no country that does that. The actual things that work in the world are much more complicated. And that's why I think straight answers aren't perfect when you're giving a... When you give too broad of a question, it goes real big. Hello, Toycat. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you, Papa DJ. I hope you are having a fantastic day, too. I need to grab some red dye now, because I have a bunch of terracotta, but I need to dye it red. Because obviously Big Salmon is going to require red. I think we want some green for some cactus dye and a few other things, too. Brian Geller, I watched your texture pack reviews 10 years ago, and I was wondering if you could make a video ranking or reviewing the buy Minecraft texture packs. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think, reviewing the 4J packs that they're still updating would be pretty cool to do, right? Like if we take the 2020, as soon as they update the packs, I guess that might be a good idea. Okay, so it's just down here is where this is. Yeah, you gotta always keep in mind the popular opinion tends to be in the middle and not so black and white. Yeah, the people who really like a lot of people think that they have the most, I think the thing that really helped me realize this was the current conflict in the, this is a good start for a Minecraft stream. The current conflict in the Middle East, right? If you look online as your major source of things you are learning about said conflict, then it really, really looks like the only, there is one opinion represented there. And it is one very far out of the mainstream opinion about it. And, because anyone who actually, looks into it is like, I want the outcome that brings the fewest deaths possible. But how did I end up with multi-shot in my inventory? Have I got a multi-shot producing problem? So yeah, it's... I think a lot of people will jump real far into an opinion that represents the opposite of what people believe, because they jump from step one is this, and so step two should, and you get really far away from where people are actually sitting on a thing, which is bad. But that's just my opinion. So chat, how's the weather been? Xavier says it zapped the last of the energy she had. Yeah, okay, have I finally gotten rid of the last multi-shot book, by the way? If I haven't now, then I never will. Okay, so now we're going to build a big... Also, good to see you, Dan Marsh. Heat advisory. It's not even hot. It's just so humid. I'm just so wet. I'm not even that hot. Thank you, by the way, for the tip. Also, Cat Beanie says, make sure everybody focuses on sustainability. Yeah, it's a huge focus. It's fun to me. It's an interesting plight, right? I have this debate, the problem is people with strong opinions act like it's the obvious viewpoint and that you're a monster to think otherwise. That's the weird thing though, because it's not that they're acting. I don't think they're making that up on the spot. I think there are some opinions that people have on the world, and there are some that I'm sure I have that I don't even realize. This is the crazy thing about aging, is you come to realize there are opinions you hold that feel so obvious, but aren't obvious to anyone but you. Like, what I've said before is the idea that if you... we have like very, very cheap housing in the UK that is for people who really, really need cheap housing. There's basically every country has, low income or like social... whatever you want to call it. But the, housing that is there for people who really need it. And in the UK, that housing is given to people who... the housing is like allocated based on a list, and you move up the list based on how high your need is. If you have young children, you need to be in a house, and so you go to the very top of the list. But because the list is so ridiculously long, it means that in reality, just if you're a single person who doesn't have children, You'll be so low on the list that the list is 10 years long and gets longer every year, so you just never get a house. Also, waiting 10 years for a house is not how housing works, right? As a need. And so, like, to me, it feels obvious of like, oh yeah, so when you should, it should be, at some point you should be expected to, like that cheap house, you should be expected to, like, return it to the system or something like that. But a lot of people say, no, I expect to be able to live in this house, forever. Because I was once poor. I have family members who are in the situation. I have friends from school who are in that situation of like, yeah, we at one point had a need for it, and now we get to keep it forever. And I don't know, like I felt like on most issues, people don't realize, like in my opinion, I thought I had the obvious thing, and I was just missing some huge piece. But then you realize, like, oh yeah, most people actually think that it's really good for people to be able to live where they lived at one point forever. And it's a bad thing to separate communities in all sorts of ways. It's a thing, right? Like and so there's all sorts of other things. Like I think when you run into, also the subreddit's been blowing up recently, says jolting onwards. Yeah, we did a offer to I think I said the first 10 builds that I liked that people posted there, I'd give a free Tetris code to. And so a lot of people have been taking advantage of that. Okay, chat. So I'm trying to build a salmon, right? How do I build a salmon face diagonally? I guess we'd finish it like going upwards. So I can't even picture that correctly. So we'll have this be the first block. We won't have it go all the way to the ground. And then we'll have another block that goes like this. And then another block that goes like this. Okay, is this what a salmon would look like, chat? I think it is. I think this is broadly speaking, roughly what a salmon looks like. But yeah, so yeah, how is everyone's weather, by the way? Have a big salmon picture on screen for reference. Okay, chat, everyone keep putting salmon emojis in chat so I can see what a salmon looks like. It's got a very green face, and so that green face has to come just after everything. By the way, thank you, Dan Marsh, for telling me about the $10 lobster roleplays. I am in Vegas, not that far away from now. Hey, new longboi bought, 311. Hey, the stream gets longer. Did it go up in time, chat? I pressed the button, but I don't know that it did. So now we're gonna have a green face that's gonna attach to the rest of this. I don't know if this is gonna look okay. We're just gonna try it like this, and we're gonna see what that creates. And then obviously we're going to have to do something like this. I don't know if it's gonna work necessarily. Should this have gone up? This doesn't look like a salmon face, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not what a salmon face looks like. Yes, it went up. Thank you, Duncan Wolf. But yeah, so I think one of the things that I think is most missing from our current dialogue is working out why it is that people you disagree think the way that they do. And so I try to work this out on basically every issue I can. Is not jumping to, oh, the reason they think a certain way is because they are bad people. It's because they start with such different goals that they're like, you know, like, I don't know, if you... Okay, so, you know, I think, I'm struggling to see a salmon, but I'm trusting the process. It's the same colors as a salmon, right? So first of all, let's go down here and let's make this more red. This is an easy step one. Let's get the easy win first, right? I'm out of red terracotta again. It's not a problem. I'll get more red terracotta. It's an easy block to find in large quantities. Looks like a staircase. Yeah, how do I fix that? I guess the salmon would have to like come out of the ground, and then, oh yeah. I knew we had big salmon on bedrock, but wow. It says jolting onwards. Good to see you jolting onwards. I'm glad that you've been enjoying the subreddit popping off. Salmon map art. Yeah, let's just do a salmon map art. Let's just scrap this. I'm looking at it and I'm trying to think. So logically speaking, this would go out a lot more. So we'll remove these blocks here, I think. And so we'll have this follow the shape of the rest of the salmon. So it'll go, I mean, the shape of the rest of the thing here. And then up there. Okay, chat. Is it looking like a salmon yet? Oh, it's closer, I would say. It looks like the tail of a salmon. It looks like the tail. Chat, have I made a salmon tail by accident? I feel like if I like filled this in and then made it go here a few blocks. Chat, does that look like a salmon tail to you? I wanted the mouth to come out of the ground, but I made the tail come out instead. Yeah, if you add the fin, it looks less like stairs. Yeah, that's funny how this works, huh? This is the wrong type of salmon that I am making right here. But I guess this is the type of salmon that we are having. It kind of works, but even here, it's like a bit awkward to walk all the way around. So I guess we could have like an entrance come over here, but that's the wrong side of the salmon to enter. So I think if we made like a body of water around here, tail fun. If you do a giant bone at the other side and you just have sus salmon. So my goal is definitely to make all of this red. So I'll make a bunch of red now because I want this tunnel to be clear and obvious and all that sort of stuff. I also am kind of torn about what I should do about. So I don't know why this is only 2 blocks wide. There's a lot of weird decisions I made when building this that I would like to disavow right now. So this ceiling is going at least 1 block up. Is this good now? No, this isn't good now. We're gonna go a whole extra block up. It might lead to a mostly pointless metro, but I still want it to lead there in a way that makes sense. So we're gonna oh, that's why I didn't remove those blocks. I wish that when gravel fell on stairs, it would break. That would be a cool feature. Build a longboi statue next, perhaps. I think I want to build this into a long... So here's the goal, right? It shouldn't just be a salmon coming out of the ground. It should feel like when you're going down it, you're going into a giant salmon. And so I'm going to build these walls out of red. And then, I guess on the other end we'll have to do something. But I guess we'd have the other end of the salmon on the other side of the platform. We'd be good ideas. We good ideas. But, yeah, let's, hey, 312 long boys! New long boy, thank you so much. Put copper bulbs in the walls. Oh, yeah, J-Man91. I like that idea, actually. So let's go dump my golden carrots and my golden apples. And, is the entire metro a huge salmon? Says Ruby likes Sonic too. You know, that was one of my ideas, funnily enough. I want to build my tunnels a little bit out, I guess. I want to build the system out. And so that is one of the things that I was thinking about. By the way, I love that in this part of the world, I genuinely have no conception of the fact that it's nighttime. I just looked up where that Angie's Lobster is going to be. Ooh, it's not my side of town. Oh, can you tell me? Which, what intersection? Do you still live in the same part of town? Actually, that could work just as well. Yeah, where's Angie's Lobster? Dan Marsh. This is the most niche conversation I've had on stream. It's like me and the 7 of you who live in Las Vegas are like, yeah, lobster rolls, real cheap, where they at? And everyone else is like, I guess if one day I go to Vegas, maybe I can appreciate this thing that Toycat is talking about. It's a Blue Diamond indicator. Okay, wait. It's been a while. Blue Diamond is down, like a few blocks south of the strip, like quite a few, like 2 highway exits south of the strip. And Decatur is all the way southwest, right? Yeah, Decatur's like west as heck. So relatable, bestie. Okay, let's do a geography of Toycat so I can show you all where the Angie's Lobster's gonna be. Does that sound good, chat? Let's do it. Okay, geography. Okay, just take a little moment here. Okay. Wow, welcome to Geography with Toycat, Lobster Roll Edition. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Okay, so Screeny Boy, let's go. Okay, so this is Las. Okay, this is Las Vegas. Did I move this too high? There we go. That's about right. So this is Las Vegas, and this weird street here is Blue Diamond, and then Decatur is over. I don't even know. I don't even know where to find that. South Decatur. It's gonna be here. The Habit Hamburger Grill. Do you want to see this road, by the way? If you're from America, you're gonna be like, this is just a road, Toycat. What are you talking about? This is the most ridiculous road that I have ever driven on. So it's wider than any of the motorways where I live. It's wider than all the main roads where I live, and it's just a regular road. Look at this area right here. Look at this intersection, chat. I used to drive here regularly. I don't even know if I had a good reason. Oh, I know I drove here regularly. There was a it was my nearest there was a taco place and a Smoothie King over here in the same little spot. So you look at this, chat. Look at this. There's a over here. I'm gonna get over there. It's gonna let me. So again, when you're in America, even in big cities, like there's like 1 million people, mostly tourists living in Vegas, but that doesn't mean you can actually catch any public transport. Over there, there's Tacotarian. It's a vegan taco spot, and then right next to it is Smoothie King. Strodes are worse than medium salmon. Look at this road though. It's so ridiculous. You need to repaint them lines. Oh, something fun Vegas does that I don't think any other city does is instead of using lines, they put physical dividers down. But it's so, I don't know, like uncomfortable. Like you feel them, which is nice. Although again, they're called bots dots, but they don't use them sometimes. They sometimes do have lines as well. I see nothing wrong with this road. That is a big road and I live in the US. Oh, do you want to see, I think this is second place in the world for busiest, for most lanes and intersection. When Tropicana Avenue hits the strip. Look at this, look at this. Look at this intersection. So there's like 6 lanes of traffic there. There's like 1, 2, 3. At some point, it's 3D driving, right? Like, look at this guy. He has worked out that you can drive the wrong direction at this intersection, and it's entirely fine. And it's one of the most beautiful intersections in the world too. You've got this over here. You've got a big golden lion, and then you got New York, and then you've got, oh look, is that the UK? We got a castle. Isn't that cool? And the cool thing about this as a pedestrian is because they want to get so many cars through here. It's like it's the main road to the airport there, and then it's Las Vegas Boulevard down there and also down there. So it's a very, very busy road, but it's so busy that they can't waste any time through the intersection. So all of the ways over it are pedestrian overpasses. I think it's interesting. That car makes his own rules, huh? I'm guessing what he's actually doing is a U-turn. Oh look, it's really empty right now. Okay, chat. I think this was a Minecraft stream, so I'm gonna pretend that I was playing Minecraft the whole time. Hey, Sonball Longboy! Thank you. I'm glad the Las Vegas talk got you going. My wife would be too busy taking pictures of everything around her. I live in Houston. Our roads are chaos all of the time. You know, chaos all of the time is. I've been to Houston actually. I think, is it the KT Freeway is the widest road in North America? It must be the widest road in America, because I think the widest in North America is the 401. Build that intersection around the salmon. Should I build my favorite Las Vegas intersection in Minecraft, chat? That would be a good idea, right? I could build the little dots. It'd be real fun. I mean, if I'm gonna have a metro system, it makes sense that I also need a giga highway. So I've got 2 red dye, which is a problem because I can make like 16 red terracotta, but I'm going to run out real soon after that. So here's what the base idea is, chat. I'm going to... Hope no one heard that. I'm going to place my blocks down here. I'm going to smooth this up and maybe put the stairs from earlier up here. I don't know if I necessarily want the stairs to be stone brick stairs. Like, what would be a better stair type, chat? What says Cat Beanie? Exactly. That's the correct response. Okay, so let's make this go all the way down there, and then fill it in with red. We're gonna make this look like it's just a giant salmon going all the way down. And then I think also, just for fun, right? I don't think I've used mud bricks anywhere in this world yet. Should we just use mud bricks to because what would the inside of a salmon look like? I think mud bricks are the closest. If someone can have a better thing. I don't get the pedestrians always right mentality a lot of people have. If you're driving the metal box of death, you're always right. I like when we reverse that dynamic though, right? I actually this is one of my most my most different to other people. This is a view like earlier where I admit I'm in the minority for having this. But I think that we should both acknowledge the power systems that exist in the world and admit that they are the ones that are ultimately, at some point, going to rule us. Have some bone blocks, maybe. Oh, if I use I could use quartz and bone blocks. Yeah, I like that a lot, Alina. I don't know if anyone else suggested it. Ruth McCulloch suggested the bones, and Alina suggested the quartz blocks. I like that a lot. It's going to be expensive, but I've been looking for a reason to use those quartz stairs. So let's go for it. Neverac for a fleshy feel, maybe. Oh, yeah, actually, let's have some Neverac start to appear in the ceiling. So the ceiling's going to have to go, like... I don't know why this is 1 block removed. Oh, that's why it's 1 block removed. So we'll put blocks over here. And then I'll remove these blocks and put them 1 block down. So there, and then over here. Wonderful. And then we'll have to grab a whole bunch more. And then we could get some quartz blocks and some bone blocks. You know, chat, this is one of the fun things about doing stuff in the Let's Play world, but like semi-live, is having ideas like this with people like you to, you know, people like you. Sorry, I don't mean to, no, I don't mean to say anything rude by that, people like you. But people off the internet, it is fun to, it's fun to have you here while we do this. So yeah, one of the things I think is my semi-controversial belief is that we should acknowledge power systems that exist, and rather than seeking to like flip them on their head and like, you know, say like, oh, what if we, but I think we should say, okay, within the system of this being right, if the natural laws of the universe say, for example, you are stronger and so you can hurt more people, then we should say, but if you hurt more people, we use the systems we can control, you know, the legal systems and the general code of conduct to say you should not hurt people. You know, the idea of might makes right is how people would say that in common parlance. Like, if you have the ability to do something, then you get to do it. Is kind of how a lot of systems do work, and we should acknowledge that it's true. But also say where we can flip incentive systems where it makes sense and where it seems fair. So, I don't know. I think, for example, speeding fines, right? If you are going to have speeding fines, I don't know at what level you should have them and at what degree you should have, but if you agree that they are moral at all, then you should have it be on a sliding scale of income, so that rich people don't just get away with speeding and being like, oh, $100, what is that to me? Because right now we have a system which is kind of the same. You get penalty points on your license, and that hurts your insurance, and so it costs you more. And it's still, and so eventually you can only speed so many times. But it feels like we could still improve on that system. So I'm going to go get my quartz now, and I'm going to get some red dye while I'm over there. Speeding fines? No, speeding is not fine. Oh, a lot of people get away with speeding anyway. Yeah, you must be a... So KMB, as I understand it, lives in the United States. Not in the fun bit of the... Wait, actually, KMB, we were just touring the best bit of Vegas, but as you know, living in the United States, the general rule, like the way that people will say it to you if you're a cautious driver, is 10 over. Everyone's like, yeah, when there's a speed limit, you go 10 over. You are a grandmother if you do the speed limit in the United States. And then if you're like a little aggressive, it's like, yeah, 15 over, 20 over. You know, people make up their own rules on it, basically, because speed cameras aren't a thing. It's the discretion of the police officer. Hey, new longboi sold, I think. Right? I'm pretty sure. Unless I just double counted 314. I feel like the counter's not going up when I'm pressing it. Anyway, my grandma went 45 miles per hour in a double roundabout. The limit was 15. Yeah, I've made a lot of mistakes on that in my day. The roundabout is one that humbles you real quick. We'll have like major, yes, that's correct, 5 to 10 over, but it only applies to long roads, highways. Otherwise, I think speed limit is what should be followed. Yeah, okay, this is my thing. I think that my belief on that one is the way you should probably do highways is you say unlimited speed. If it is unsafe, you are liable for any damage you cause. Teach people how to drive safely, and teach people that they've got to sit in the outer lanes unless you're overtaking. Teach people driving safely, and then they can go unlimited speeds like they do in Germany. But at the same time as that seemingly crazy idea, also, I'm going to need all of this red dye. I'm just going to admit I'm going through all that red terracotta. And then I'm going to grab some quartz stairs. So I think... I could be wrong, chat, but I think they're fixing the way that quartz works. So that you get more quartz stairs. Or I don't actually. I should know, but I don't know, chat. Most egregious speeding I see are in school zones. So if you use this, you get 4 to 6. If we use this, we'll get 1 to 1. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to make 64 quartz stairs. That seems like too many, but it's probably the right amount. Highways, you kind of have to drive the speed everyone else is going, even if it ends up being faster than you like. Yeah, that's why the 10 over rule is actually good thing to follow, even if you don't agree with the idea of overspeeding. It's like, well, it's safer for you if you do it this way too. So, yeah, I think, I double speed limits except school zones. You don't double speed limits, Jared Hall. You can't do 140 in a 70. Anyway, by the way, thank you very much to the 314th longboi sold. I appreciate you a lot. We have pie sold now. So, yeah, I think, if you make the speed limit a rare circumstance, people would follow it. But if there is always a speed limit and it is often arbitrary and unrelated to the conditions, people don't follow it. I think you could actually do, what people are more and more doing is, like, you would decrease people's speeds more, not by saying that they should follow a limit, but instead by saying, hey, this street has trees in the middle and there's crossings, and when there is stuff going, okay, hey, this is one of my least favorite Realms glitches, chat. I don't know why it happens, but it's crazy. Yeah, the frontage access roads are for the people who are too scared to keep the path of the highway, but that's my opinion, says Liner. I can tell from the fact that you just said the phrase frontage road that you are from, you're from Texas. I think that's the only state that uses that concept. I think it's crazy, the idea that that exists, by the way. We do not have such a concept on our roads over here, and I don't quite you know, it's one of those things, too scared to ask. I feel like people drive crazy when it snows here. Yeah, you know, driving chat, you know, okay, this is on you, how's the weather? You know, how did you drive here today, internet? Did you have a good drive? Did you drive to this live stream? You know, have you considered taking public transport to the live stream next time? It's better for the environment and helps everyone out. There's quite a few things. Okay, this is my, like, okay, so here's an example of, like, we understand the power structures that rule the world, but we can seek to change them where we will. Rather than the whole thing of, like, you know, so, like, a lot of attractions in the UK say, please take the bus or train. Please try to be sustainable. And it's like, okay, sure. But one thing that works way better is by being like, here is a discount if you can prove you took the train here. You get very, very recognizable train tickets in the UK, and obviously the people who work somewhere will know what the nearest station is. It's easy enough to do, right? And so, yeah, I think, by the way, haven't drove all day. Hey, good job. You're making our stream a more sustainable one. I remember speed minimum maximum signs recently. Let me say the minimum is pretty useless. Everyone will go the max or over. The reason they exist, I used to think that they were just for everyone, but I think the reason speed maximum signs actually exist. Yeah, it's weird, chat. I don't like that we're on the salmon bones right now. This is making me uncomfortable. This is making me feel a little bit strange, but we're going to accept it. We're going to just accept it. Also, this is far too high, right? We're not hitting our heads, but we are, you know, there's improvements to be made. So we'll move this down a block. Oh, but then we'll need to have more red if we do that, right? Because we're going to have to cover this block in, even though it's only partially visible. You know, let's see what it looks like on the lower block. Let's see if we like this. Do we need this much ceiling height? It's the fancier way to do it, but who am I to want fancy? Yeah, I feel like this is fancy enough. I feel like this looks great, chat. What do you think? I think this height is enough, and it's enough to probably just about fly down. Oh, no, I'm proving myself wrong. I just have to get a good thing. Nothing is too fancy for big salmon. It's a nice color combo, though. Okay, so it's hard to actually fly into here, but if I did, there we go, chat. Hey, you're close enough. Toycat talks himself into something he doesn't like. Yeah, I feel like sometimes it's better to do things the bad way. You know, let's do the lower one. I feel like just being too cramped is something that is we can always add more stairs later, but it's a pain to do what we're about to do now. So let's get it done right here, right now. So we'll start with a bunch of these, and then in the walls for the little corner blocks, I'll put bones in there. So there's gonna have to be a bunch of bones like over here, and it'll be great. Yeah, I think I do think the way that roads are built is very interesting. So another interesting thing. So again, take the way something works and try to flip it a little bit while acknowledging how it is. So one I think is really interesting to bring this back, if you'll forgive me. Again, I feel like a lot of people would just ignore this, but I think it's better to, you know, even if you think that something made somewhere you don't like is really disastrous and horrendous. Can you place bone block sideways? Oh, you can. That looks much better, right, chat? Chat, what do you like more? This looks like I just used quartz, but this looks like an actual bone. What do you reckon? I'll put one this way regardless, because I think it's interesting. And then these blocks are going to be red regardless. Buy a longboi 2.0 so it won't feel worse than its older sibling. Yeah, imagine if the longboi 2.0 hears that the original longboi, you know, it sold slightly more. So, yeah, I think the bone blocks are a great accent. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a very small thing, but it goes good. Toy Cat was 1.10 Mojang's biggest mistake. Also, Toy Cat uses bone blocks. I think the funny thing about 1.10 is genuinely, this is probably the most used of the 1.10 blocks, right? Maybe you could argue Neverwart is slightly higher. But it is very, very fitting that we're finally getting to use it today, a full days. Try Neverack and Neverwarts for Flash. But Magma Block. Oh, Magma Block for sure. Yeah, because Magma Block got useful later. They could do the same with Red Neverbrick. I think that they should just make... This is my hot take, right? Is for old Minecraft structures. So we're having this big debate. I don't know, have I made this video yet? No, sorry, chat. I was really worried. I don't want to, like, talk about something that I assume everyone's heard, but no one has. So I want to make a video about strongholds in Minecraft and if Minecraft is going to update them. It's a hot topic to talk about the end update and all that stuff, but I think it should be an equally hot topic if we can. So let's make just a ton of bone blocks. Let's make a whole 26 bone blocks. 21 bone blocks, I guess. And then can we make more bone meal? We can. Where's all this bone meal coming from? Oh, I'm unboning. Okay, I see what I've done. I've just been... I feel very silly right now. So I guess that you can't craft magma blocks in this video. You can craft magma blocks? No. 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 That can't be true. No, that's not a magma block. Uncraftable. Oh! Oh! That doesn't make any sense. But you can. Can you craft it the other way? You can't. So you can take blaze powder and slime balls, and you can turn those into magma blocks. That has got to be on the list of Mojang's nichest recipes. You can't unbone one that you boned. Wait, you can't? Oh yeah, you can. There we go. I'll unbone it all the way, and then I'll rebone it now. And then I'll unbone it. Oh yeah, look at this. There's no stopping me now, chat. And then, oh, I've made a horrible mistake on how I'm doing this. Okay, we'll just this is bad. This is why autocrafting is so great for moments like that. That's so wasteful. Mojang's niche's recipe. Ooh, that's a video I'd watch. I think there are so many bizarre niche recipes in Minecraft. I'm cackling. Why is unbone so funny? you like the idea of being able to unbone your meal? I think it's very strange. Also, I mean, they both have magma in the name. That's about it for the recipe making sense. This is okay. I've really tried to drill down. Mojang as a company has such vast direction inside of it, and it's genuinely a huge problem. Also, what is down here? I just need to know. Is this a random cave? How does this exist, chat? What is the? You know, I'm just gonna place some stone. I'm just gonna get out, and I'm gonna pretend that I never saw anything, because up and above is coming the court stairs. Yeah, I think this is gonna look great when we're done with it. Let's keep it moving. A lot of all the issues that think of all the issues that can be solved if you can unbone things. You know what's crazy? You can't unbone a chicken wing. I know people will say like, oh, all you gotta do is you just gotta do the little voting thing, and then you gotta. It doesn't work. I've tried. You know what? I bet it actually does work, and there's like a skill. But you know what? If I can't get it quickly, then there's a skill I have to develop to solve a problem that doesn't need to be solved. It's like, you know, it's like if someone's like, oh, Toy Cat, here's a really good pro tip. Have you ever found yourself, you know, eating raw snake? Then all you need to do, and it's like, whoa, 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 you gotta stop at the whole idea of eating raw snake. Unless snake is your code word for salmon, I will not be eating any of that anytime too soon. And so you can stop this explanation right here. I think the nichest recipes in Minecraft would be fun. I don't think it could be an entire video though. I feel like you'd have to do it as a short. You could maybe make it like a segment in a longer video. Like, talk about the logic of crafting recipes more broadly, and stuff like that. But I feel like some people feel tricked when they're like, here is one question in the title, and here's the deeper point about crafting and stuff like that. I think a big video about recipes would be fun though. I feel like I love you know, like today's video, I love a deeper dive into a weird Minecraft topic, and I hope that enough people do too for me to keep on making them. People really enjoyed the going back to older Minecraft versions, so maybe that's a sign they would enjoy a deeper dive like that. You mentioned, someone commented saying lumberjack linked to crafting table. What about a sawmill equivalent to stonecutter but for wood stuff? Yeah, it's a fun idea too. I agree with that. I'm gonna put a torch in there to keep mobs from spawning, by the way. Also, yeah, look how big my salmon is now. Look how horrendously big this salmon is going to be. I should get a bed nearby here. I have to walk so far for a bed right now. I guess I could also go over here. Honestly, this is one of the weirdest houses in my world, chat. I need to label it or something. It's a boat pier that never has any boats, and it's my ideas board that I never update. Actually, let's see what I've done. Destroy mesa biome? Nah. Easy access to warp forest? Meh. Lava river? I did this one. I did this one, chat. I can move it. Do I destroy the sign when it's done? Yeah, I think so. Woodland mansion rebuild. Let's just, you know, I did one. Let's just call that a success. Throw this in there just for a second. Just drop it on the ground. Pick this up. Throw it inside of the chest. Yeah, look at this. My current projects list is going down. Make a pink woodland mansion. You know, my cherry woodland mansion is great. I love it. You can make it a different wood sign to show you've accomplished it. Yeah, I think having a list of accomplishments would be great. Also, I forgot to use the bed. Was there a bed in there, though, actually? Chat, did you see a bed? Oh, I see the bed. It's over here. It's outside the building, not inside. I don't... I don't know why I have a building if I then put the bed outside of it. But if that's where the bed goes, that's where the bed goes. It's weird how the stonecutter was in bedrock for so long before it had a use. Yeah, the stonecutter... you know, I want to make this video now. I want to talk about crafting and the stonecutter. I want to talk about all of this. Crafting diorite is too expensive. Crafting Doritos is too expensive. Jolting onwards is what I read. And I'm just going to believe that's what you said. Because it's true. Do you even know what the crafting recipe is for Doritos? It's messy is what it is. So yeah, it looks like a salmon still. But it looks like it's got a little bit of soul. Maybe we could put this like an extra block deep. Or put, like, yeah, I think it should go. I think it actually has to, I think. Yeah, this... And then that should be red, maybe. Yeah, this is close enough to a big old salmon, and it's a fun little redesign. I'm glad we're getting this done. So top 10 weirdest things about crafting, says Duncan Wool. I think I need to work out titles even better than that, right? That's like a classic 2016 title. I think I can do better. I think it can be like, hey, new longboi bot! Thank you for extending the stream. Wait, actually, should I thank people for... Hey, new longboi bot! Thank you, 317. Woo! So, yeah, chat. Right now, I'm going to be buying 83 longboys. The price of that... Should we add 83 to our cart? How many does it let you buy here, actually? So just if you're curious, I'm hitting the plus button here. Can you write in a number? You can. Okay, so I want 83 longboys. Just 83. We'll find out the price of 83 longboys later. Hopefully 82 by the time we're done with this. But yeah, those are my long boys. It'll be fun to do something with them. The Minecraft crafting recipes iceberg. I think that's also a bit old school, right? Chat, what's the best? I think a better title has to, like, I hate this, but I think the best way you do general entertainment titles is you go, there's no way this is a real crafting recipe, and then the thumbnail has to suggest something that is a ludicrous exaggeration. Like, I don't know, the idea of, like, unboning bones is a good example of that, right? The thumbnail's like, turn bone meal back into bones, or something silly like that. So, Copper Desert Temple. Oh man, Jessup Kane, I really want to do that, funnily enough. It's funny that you should say that. Also, I do have copper bulbs. Should we put them in here? Yeah, actually, I do like that as a better way to light this than... Okay, let's just throw one, like, here, just to test the concept. So, copper bulb. It works, right? It actually does work. I have all these copper bulbs for a reason. Let's throw one in here. Yeah, I really, really like this copper bulb as a way to fit into the wall. But it's really hard to find, like, the right spot, because there's never somewhere that's actually in the middle of anything. So we'll just place a bunch of those over here, including one over there. And then one over here, too. And then they're waxed, so we don't have to deal with them every now and then. But just like this, our big salmon gets some wax inside of it. Nice. Oh, wait, actually, we can turn them on with wind charges, right? No, you need a button. So we can turn them on with stone buttons. And we'll find stone buttons now. I'm not going to lie, the immediate light level drop of copper bulbs makes me never use them. Yeah, any light level below 14, there needs to be such a good reason to use them. And even then, I'm not going to. Like, that's the reality of it. It's like, I can say that I would like to, all I want. It's not going to actually make me do anything about it. So, I am slowly running out of red terracotta. Glad I crafted the extra. Let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stone buttons. I might remove them later, but just so I can torch it up and see how it looks. Yeah, this looks a lot better than torches, I think, if it's, like, built into the wall like this. And we'll put these on there, but we won't activate these yet, because we've got a lot of red terracotta we've got to throw in. So first we'll do the blocks next to the stairs. Chat, I like the bone block looking like this. The curve, it adds something, I've got to say, for better or for worse. So we'll make the first few not look like that on purpose, I'll say. And then the rest will be good. But yeah, I free sold in like 3 minutes. Choo choo train. Okay, so do I need to press it again, Chantal? Did I press it for free 18 or just for free 17? Everyone jump aboard the longboi train. Yeah, that's very exciting. There is a we are going to test today if you can ship longboys to Russia. If anyone has a Russian friend that they desperately need a longboy for, I think we are going to find out whether that is happenable. Because MechShip has a weird set of rules on who they will and won't ship to. That basically is, they'll ship to anyone except the tiniest territories of big countries. So they won't ship to the Isle of Man or to, like, French Polynesia or Greenland. But they don't say anything specifically about some other things. But yeah, also, it's a longboi, but with train cars in there. Yeah, should be real fun. But yeah, I'm curious about, like, also about things like Kosovo isn't listed specifically as an example. We're going to test a few places. What's wrong with Greenland? I think it's, I'm sure you've seen this, Xavier. Again, if you live in the UK. There'll be ads for things that are like, excludes Northern Ireland and the Scottish Highlands. It's just prohibitively expensive to ship to low population places. It's a fundamental flaw that is very hard to address. I should just mine the blocks first and deal with the stuff later. So let's mine these ones too. And then we can deal with the red blocks that go around these. This is coming together nicely, by the way. It's a small thing, but I feel like these are the nicest upgrades to a world. It's the things that you barely even notice, but you can definitely appreciate. Is that why that's the case? Never knew. You learn something new every day. I think Northern Ireland actually has probably a decent population density, but it's still like you have to, because it's physically separated, like if you want to drive from, you know, London to Wales, you can do it. It takes 3 hours, so it's really uneconomical. But you can at least use the same people to do that same journey. But if you want to drive from London to Alaska, you can't. If you want to drive from London to Northern Ireland, there's expensive ferries. Basically, you know, actual shipping hubs are in, I think, what is it, Northampton or Milton Keynes? It's one of the two. So most shipping comes out of that one area of the country, right? That's where this stuff comes from. And so if you can't connect to it in any way, then you're not going to be connected to it, is the short of it. A 3-hour drive isn't even Vegas to LA, and people drive Vegas to LA and reverse all the time. And people are crazy all the time. No, I've done that drive before. The fact that people will do that frequently blows my mind. I can drive 3 hours away and I'll be in France, and I've done it 0 times because I don't want to drive 3 hours away, and no one wants to be in France, to be fair. But like, you know, you did. I like the idea of mixed journeys. I found somewhere. I think I mentioned this, chat, but I went to the wrong pub. I went to the wrong hotel that had a name, and I want to go to the actual hotel or pub that has the name of the place I went to. And I looked it up, and it's like an hour, 45-minute train followed by a 40-minute drive. Yeah, I feel like that could be fun. I mean, like, obviously, if the car rental makes some sense. I love the idea of, like, short journeys can be fun in the car. Being in a fun environment in a car is fun. It's freeing. You know, you can go to stop at whatever stores you want, go at your own pace. It's great. But then there are times where it's like, yeah, I'd rather just go double the speed on a safe vehicle where I can play RuneScape. Speaking of playing RuneScape, I'm so tempted to buy a longboi, says Remy. You've got 2 days left to do so. Also, is the T from time till end slightly too far to the chat? Is that text slightly... This is a dumb thing to notice now. Is that correct? Was the T slightly cut off until just now? The T is cursed. Hey, good to see you, David. How's it going? How are things? How are things back in the lost colonies? I hope is sentiment over there removing towards annexation yet? I had a chat. Do you remember my idea? It was like the 2020 election explained in Minecraft. I really wanna just go in there and take that and just be like, let's just replace every mention of the word 2020 of 2024. It's got some really fun bits in there about blowing up a village using the Wither. I think I should make it. I looked into it and I was like, people will accidentally take this as a comment on matters in the Middle East. And then I realized people love those matters in the Middle East. People love going online and talking about them. So if I made a video about them, that'd be like infinite views that I could work out right there. And then if anyone says it's controversial, my plan is to say something much more controversial. And then when people get offended by that, I'm going to say something even more controversial. And then also, Fu, have to work, be back later. What do you have to work on the day you arrive? And that's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Anyway, speaking of terrible, I'm going to... Oh, I've got a whole stack. I think I actually can finish this. Lovely. So I'm missing just a few bone blocks here. Should be easy enough to find. I've got a lovely chest here, and it'll be good. 2024, but the 4 is obviously edited. Use the wrong till. Is till not till? Till is tilling your plot of lands for crops. The T was slightly cut off, but my decades of existence on Earth enabled me to deduce its existence. Yeah, I make America Great Britain again, says Wiser Pluto. It is a movement we're starting over here. It's a movement we're slowly getting going. Make America Great British again. We can do it if we all just believe in ourselves. Okay, you know what, chat? We're getting closer and closer. I think I might buy myself like 50 longboys. Wait, if I buy 50 longboys while I'm streaming, I feel like that could have some negative repercussions for the stream. Toycat, do you have a community multiplayer server? No, but tomorrow I'm doing some minor equivalent. I'm gonna play Minecraft with 10 strangers, 9 strangers, whatever a realm supports. I'm gonna play Minecraft with 9 strangers. Actually, we could do even more strangers, right? So I have one thing to decide, chat. So my Big Brother Minecraft idea, there's 2 ways we can do it, right? Way 1 is we can have the the contestants vote each other off, like the players on the game, or we could have the chat vote for who should be kicked off. I think the best way to do it is probably a combination of both, though, right? I think that's what Big Brother really does. Also, tomorrow you set the stream on the 2nd. That's right, tomorrow is the 2nd, where you live, Dasher. I was talking in Far East time, where, of course, right now it is Wednesday, and so tomorrow is Thursday. Checkmate! Ooh, didn't make a mistake. Oh, it looked like I did there for a second, but actually, I'm just really smart. I'm just really good at localizing my message to specifically only about 10% of the internet. Okay, so, now that I've got that out of the way, what happens when you reach 400? We hold a big party, and I buy lobster rolls for everyone. Today is July, last I checked. Today is not July. We're going to be at a reality show and have to befriend everyone. So, that sounded like a Kamala Harris speech. I'm going to be honest with you here. I haven't bothered watching speeches from the presidential candidates. You can... The problem about, like, politicians right now, you know, the reason why you probably don't like their answers is because they're trained to sound like a very particular person. You know, it's like they're trained to sound like themselves, basically. Which is a bit of a problem. Today is the last day of July, last I checked. So some people watching right now, it's August, and for some people it's July. And so if you live in anywhere east of about, I guess literally if you live in Russia or Finland, I do not like Trump a bit, but I find his speeches funny. Yeah, I don't know why that's a controversial opinion, right? I think it's objectively, hilarious. Tell me if you disagree, but I think it's okay to find I don't know. I guess that's the thing about, like, that's where people find struggles on the middle ground. It's July 31st for me in the great US of A. More like the great US of soon-to-be GBA. Wait, ABGB. Agba. Magba. Yeah, there we go. You know what? I'm sticking with it. So, the speech don't tell you anything. If you want something slightly more revealing, you have to watch politicians in less controlled setting, like a debate. No. Politicians worked out debates. I think the thing that they do in debates is they work out good snippets. Like, they work out really easy things to be able to say. One of my favorite ones, if you've ever seen it, is you know, I'm politic nerding at everyone right now. But during I think it was the 2016 election, there was a really good sounding candidate from the right side, and he went into the debates with, like, really pre-prepared sound bites, and so one of the other candidates got him to say it over and over again, and he's like, you know, you just said that, right? And the moment he says it, like, he says literally the same snippet about, like, oh, you know, it was something like, oh yeah, Obama doesn't hate this country. Sorry, some people say Obama doesn't know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. I don't remember the quote was, but the point was, the moment you get someone to repeat what they're saying, it's like, you weren't really believing that. You were just saying what someone taught you to say. But it's also, that's exactly how. Also, how do I do this so poorly? It's okay. Bones go in. Bone blocks come out. Single bone block comes out. I think I just need 4. Has a no politics rule. Talks about politics anyway. It's terrible, I know. So, how is the weather, chat? It's pretty good where I am. It's, actually, you know, it's getting a little cool. I feel like I've got my windows open. It's 11 p.m. It is now, it's only 26 degrees in here now. I think it might have been 26 degrees earlier. Can we have a demonstration of how huggable the longboi is? This is how huggable the longboi is, chat. Wait, do you want to see something fun? Here's my longboi 1, and here's my longboi 2. Can you spot the difference? Oh, actually, they changed the tag too. It's very cute. It's very, very cute. Look how huggable it would be if you had 2. Oh, isn't this great? This is very great. It would be wonderful. Oh. It is very... I feel like it is just a fun thing by itself, right? Look at this. What's not to love? They like each other. You could have two long boys hug each other too. If you go to the link in the description, just 2 days left. Something fell off, by the way. Okay, still 26 degrees in here. 26, is it snowing? 95 here in freedom units. Everyone knows that freedom units aren't real units. Everyone is aware. Okay, so we'll go for 4 of these, and then we'll just grab a few more pieces of terracotta. Like 15 is what I want, so we'll go for 11, then 5. That's 33. How did I make that mistake? So I'll put 1 back. And that should be just enough red terracotta to get this done. I'm guessing. Maybe wrongfully. Yeah, chat. Be honest with me, right? If I made a... It's a thing I struggle with. So, I made a title this week. And it was like... There's one of my biggest, like, disputes with the internet is, like, I know that good titles are what make people watch videos, but I also know that one of the problems with it is that some people have, like, exactly what they expect from a title, and they're upset if you deviate from that. So, you know, like, if my weird dive into weird crafting recipes... Also, I'm 3 bone blocks too short here. Sad. Very, very sad. You know, actually, I won't dive into that video point again. The only fell-off comment I want to see is when Toycat drops something off a shelf. It is funny that people will say that. Do you think people would say it about TV shows if you could see viewer numbers? Viewer numbers in TV are something only the industry gets to see. So everyone in the industry knows how well everyone else's shows are doing. But in general, again, not every time, all the places, but in general, the people who know... Okay, so complete this, and then also go behind here and do this. Yeah, that looks right. It looks weird, but it is right. And then maybe we should do the same on this side. I don't think we want a chest over there, though. Yeah, if this is going to be a giant salmon, I guess it should technically then connect over here. But then, yeah, we'll do these 3 blocks out of red terracotta on both sides. And there we go. So this is the entrance of the salmon, and you go through the giant salmon, and you come out of the top here. Toycat is the #1 source for all Minecraft news. Thank you. Also, I had bones in here the whole time. I just grabbed 1, 2, 3 for 1 bone block. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Gonna make 81 bone meal. It's gonna be great. Where are his intestines? We are his intestines. That's the only correct answer, I think. Speaking of that, Nielsen sent me a real dollar in the mail and envelope. I thought it was odd. Oh, that is really, really odd. So I didn't actually know that's how they work out viewing numbers, James Weston. I actually have heard about it, but in the UK, they get viewing numbers for things like... Actually, yeah, Netflix has its own viewing numbers, right? I love the red and white color combo. Fancy. Yeah, I really like it too, actually. I really like it too. I think I should replace this with stone brick. I don't know why it's not stone brick right now, but that's surprisingly easy to do. You know, just, this is like a bit of heritage to what it used to look like. And then I'm going to carve this tunnel out to be much bigger as well. It's got a very low ceiling. It's the bare minimum it can be. I think it might be cooler if it's a bigger tunnel. And then I'll replace these with bone blocks, I think. And maybe make a little path out of either quartz or out of bone blocks going from here to here. I think that's what I should do. Yeah, I think we could make this a bit wider and then make this a bit differenter. Or we could just... Yeah, I don't know why I've done it like this, actually. If I just made this 1 block further back, I can make an actual pathway going over here. Yeah, let's make far too many bone blocks. Okay, I'm going to go bone block crazy right now, chat. I just made a whole video about why bone blocks aren't very good, and I'm going to show you why they're awesome. So the bone blocks are going to start here. Bone blocks for everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4. You probably need to build a London Underground system into the wall down there. I'll get sued by TFL. I won't be able to make Minecraft videos anymore. You know, if Warner Brothers thinks they own the concept of sheep in Minecraft, if Warner Brothers think that they are uniquely in control of that, then I hate to imagine what else is in there. Also I'm gonna go bone block crazy 2024 Toycat after making an entire video dissing bone blocks. I don't actually think they look good though, right, chat? I think we have to make them this way. Yeah, I think that looks way better actually. I think oddly enough. I like the noise they make when you break them. Very, very satisfying. So we'll just go in here and then out through here. Yeah, that looks great. And then we'll put the other one over there. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but it works, right? Chat, do you agree with me? I could maybe make it look a bit more like a bone on both sides. But I don't think we need to. Also, I think I should remove these blocks. I just don't know what they're doing here. So I'm just gonna get rid of them. I'm just gonna get rid of them. And then at the same time, I think this here is also kind of uglifying everything. I think I'm just gonna remove a lot of these blocks as well. Just do a little bit of trimming. Just make everything slightly smoother. I have a good shovel. I can afford to get this done. And then we'll put the torches back where they need to go, of course. And hopefully by the end of this, no one even knows that it looked any different. So a little bit of manicuring. There we go. The little natural indent in there can still look natural. And then just a few more blocks around here. And are we good? Yeah, this looks great, chat. This is the best it's ever been. I think we did a pretty good job on our big salmon today. I think we did a very good job on our big salmon. So, less than 10 minutes left, chat. That's right, chat. There are 9 minutes if you want to get yourself a longboi. This is our last special stream for the longboi. So if you want to get a Toycat Longboi 2.0, one of the most lovable, huggable products out there. If you want this as a gift, if you want this as a doorstop, if you want this as a pillow, if you want this as something to keep you company on those long, dark winter nights, then you should go to the link down below and get one now, because you'll see it live on the stream. There are just 2 days left. We had an extension actually. Thankfully, Makeshift granted me one. It was a wonderful thing. But there are just 2 days left to get your hands on one, and if you buy one, it actually does me a huge favor. I have to buy like 82 longbows right now, chat. There are some contractual obligations I'm trying to keep up with, and yeah, it's gonna be kind of nutty. But if you want to help me feel less nutty, that's the best way. So yeah, I don't know how this chest is ending up so full of stuff, but it is. And I also don't know how many more bone blocks I'm gonna need, but I'll just make too many. I'll just place down slightly too many and see where that gets me. So, did I use all the bone meal? I did. Oh. I guess I need to go grab some more bones. Also, I have to work out what to do about this. I guess we could just remove the stone and make it green terracotta. Yeah, seems good to me. Yeah, this looks great. I don't know why the sheep needs to exist here, chat. And at this point, I am afraid to ask. Yep, looks great. So this is a giant salmon staircase we have that goes down to the metro. And the metro, I think, is something we can also work on the utility for. So it's got an entrance right here. I think it could be cool if we have, like, a few bubble columns that go into a few places around here. That could be pretty fun and handy. Actually, oh, it's pretty handy with this little ceiling being so low. This should be fixed, right? Because you can't actually jump the gap, can you? Wait, can you jump the gap? Oh, you totally can not. Okay. So let's work out how to fix that. Oh no, my minecart. Okay, didn't need that minecart anyway. So all we have to do is lower this staircase, right? If we just start it like 1 block further forwards, then hypothetically, right, we could just, if we just have this be 1 block lower down, has to be more like 2 blocks lower down, doesn't it? Yeah. Or we could have it be a few blocks higher up. Yeah, if this just goes up a bit, then we could have like a little bridge over the subway. That could actually look pretty cool. I think working out how Minecraft project, shit interface is actually a fun little thing that you should try. So, okay, so let's start with the obvious thing to prettify this. Just pause the stream thinking it was a video. You can pause streams thinking they're videos. You know, why would you pause a video? You didn't turn on all the copper lamps. I think they look great not turned on, personally. So now we're gonna have like a staircase from one side of this to the other. Yeah, and then that actually, this little space right here could be good for it. This is gonna be real messy no matter how we do this. We have to commit to way down or way up. I think we'll commit to way down. So if we just go like 3 blocks back, if the staircase started here, oh, but there's a room down here. But if the staircase just started there, then all of my problems would go away. And it only has to start that way for a little bit. Yeah, let's do it. This is gonna look even crazier than it does right now. But let's just move our first staircase over here. And then our second staircase over over here. And then our third staircase, I have to pick back up. Place it here. Wait, what is this sheep doing here, chat? Why have I trapped so many sheep in my Minecraft world in inconceivable locations? How do I move this sheep into the right location? So every one of these goes 3 blocks down. Hey, new longboi sold. New 96 seconds added to the live stream. Why 96 seconds, I hear you asking, chat? Well, you see, it was 69 seconds, and I decided to be slightly more generous. And what's more generous than 69? 96. Okay, so let's, okay, that's upside down. By just moving this here, we do create a problem with this wall and with this wall. But these are both solvable problems. This one we can solve by just making this go, like, out here a bit, maybe. Yeah, this is probably how it should have been the whole time. I'm going to make it look like it was always actually a smart thing to have done this way. Yeah, not that. I can't fix that. But I can fix this. Place my oak door in there. And now it looks a little better, right? Yeah, this starts way too early in, but this house is weird overall. This house is weird in lots of ways already. I'm just making it more weird. Then remove these blocks, and then place these right in there. Couple stairs, couple stairs, couple stairs. And then all the way down. We're going to do this till we get below the subway. And then the subway we can actually make work. Because if this just goes down enough blocks, as it should. So this can be where we eventually connect up to where it was before. So place the block there. And then I hope that we actually have nailed this, but I don't even know yet. Chat, I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared that we've actually gone not far enough back to fix any problems. But we're going to find out right now. Have I messed it all up? Or is this actually pretty darn okay? Let's find out together. Okay, so that's fine. This is fine. This is still fine. Yeah, this looks just about good enough now. And I can just put like a stone slab there. If I put a stone block there, I won't be able to go there. So it has to be a slab or an upside down staircase or something silly like that. But I think we can do it. I think we can do it. 320 sold! Hey! 4 minutes, 20 seconds, even more generous. You know what, Dasher? If anyone buys one in the last 5 minutes of the stream, I will add. Wait, you can see here the. Do you wanna read how we do this? We'll make it 4 minutes and 20 seconds. That's funny. I'm sure we'll agree. Just in case anyone is at the last minute tempted to buy a longboi. So I love buy a longboi, but I checked the shipping, and yeah, it's I also can you resell the Toy Cat keychain? I want one so bad it's crazy. There is literally one in existence, Vade. I think this definitely is like I only do these limited time runs every now and then because there is such a high pressure to make sure we sell a certain amount, right? Like there are huge upfront costs that need to be covered on stuff like this. That means that it is very, very, very stressful for a little bit, making sure we get there. That's why there's so many streams promoting it. And I kind of like the more laid-back way we can be like, oh yeah, if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. The keychain made me so sad to get a refund. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry to hear about it, Rose Pentago. So now we can raise this a bunch. No, we can't. But we can probably place some blocks in the ceiling here. Yeah, this is probably as good as it's ever going to look. Oh, we can only get through by crouching. That is bad design, but it's as good as we're going to get for our questionable design right here. Is everything definitely placed correctly? Oh, it is. Yeah, I think this is fine. Or we could just place another... Okay, if we just destroy blocks over here, I can make it so I just jump over it instead. Oh, that's why I can't. Okay. So we're gonna fix this. It's gonna be wonderful. No one's even gonna know that there was ever water coming in here. By the way, down here I actually have one of these. This is one of my most forgotten about builds, chat. I love that I made this, but it's great. I have a Toy Cat exclusive keychain, handcrafted by Cat. Yeah, I actually got a I have a Toy Cat keychain that was bought as a gift. It's a fun little thing there. Brand new and had no idea what was going on. I'm sorry to hear that you were new to the channel at the time, missed out. Hopefully there are more opportunities to not miss out in the future. Okay, there are 3 minutes and 17 seconds left to go on the stream. Dog in a burnt building. This is fine meme. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to make it so you can go over as well as go under for this to actually work. I think that's the only way this is gonna make any sense to anyone. So you can go under by crouching, or you can go over by doing this. And it's not gonna hurt to go over because you'll have the beacon effect. And on the way out, you can... Oh, that's so interesting, chat. You have to crouch to go on the way in, but on the way out, you just sprint. You can make like a one-way gate this way. How does that work? Oh, wait, what? Oh, chat. Okay, I don't know if this is mind-blowing to anyone else. So look right now. I'm standing on a full block. But it just lets you out of the full block, but it won't let you into the... No matter how much I hold forwards. Huh. I've never tested this. I have no idea why I would. There's like some resistance on the block. You can see here, like if I just walk forwards, it happens here perfectly. But I have to like walk forwards for a little bit here. You have to walk at a certain speed for it to work. So I'm slowly pushing forwards more and more and more and more and harder and harder and harder and harder. I'm pushing forwards harder with more intensity. And eventually it just lets me go. Huh. Could you get rid of the last stair? Yeah. I like this though. I like oddities in a Minecraft world, and I don't mind creating some. So yeah, this is a messy area for sure, but I have at least fixed it. I think I fixed it as good as I can get, and now we'll just remove some of these extra blocks hanging out on both sides. I think it also makes sense for me to... Yeah, I feel like... What is this over here, by the way? Oh, what is that? I need to... I bet that's one of the tunnels for my entrance of this world. I bet it is. I'm like 95% sure. Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is... They're the tunnels when you first join this world. Oh, but people are going to have access to my beacon down here, right? Yeah, I think I've ruined... Okay, so there's a little maze you got to go through. And then you come through here, out here. I should actually probably put a button there or something. It looks a little bit classier. I'm not going to, though. Okay, so I found something fun. I found one of my weird little corners of the Let's Play world, chat. Then this takes you out and over to the center. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, having the beacon has actually messed this up. It doesn't matter. It's a very old project that no one cares about and no one will see anyway. But it's an interesting one to think about anyway. So we'll leave all of those blocks there in the form they're in. And then all the way down we will go. In my 1.6 mile... Oh, chat, there are 12 seconds left to go. I hope that you've all enjoyed today's live stream. Thank you to the 20 of you who got yourself a longboi. This is one of the best products. You won't regret it. And because it's 100% funded, you will get yours. I will be buying a godly number. I don't even... What's it going to look like when 80 of these arrive, chat? I don't even... Oh! Someone bought one. What does that do? Oh, it goes up an hour, apparently. Okay, I feel like they bought it too late, chat. What do you think? What are the rules? Do you think they bought it in time? I feel like that's up for some debate. Oh, I don't know what just happened there. It's not working correctly. Lag, do a poll. Okay, so yeah, there is a longboi bought, and so that will compensate for the 4 minutes of that will compensate for our 4 minutes of outro and love. It was a mod, so you have to do it. It was me, says Alcazar. Hey, Alcazar! I'm glad that you finally. I'm glad that you have access to a longboi. You will not regret it. It is one of the things I am always most excited to have and to hear that other people have. And so yeah, Alcazar was a mod on this channel. Fun fact. So we will in fact count this against all logic and all odds. Yeah, it's funny. They might have brought it. It took them a second to show up. Yeah, that is a thing that happens. So rewind and find out. So place a rail on top of a bridge. Place a rail on top of a rail to bridge the staircase. Oh, that's a good idea. If I just place that like 1 block up, I can just have it go. Actually, that's probably the best idea. Actually, jolting onwards. Okay, this is my idea. I came up with a trapdoor even. Yeah, I'll grab a rail now, and we'll just slide it in, and we'll put it on a block upwards. I don't know if this actually works the way I'm imagining it does. Mod privileges. 105 days till 6,500. Yeah, John Henry Adams, I'm excited. It'll be a cool moment to finally to hit a big milestone like that. So I'm going to place a quartz stair here, so I can place my. Hey, thank you, Jessup Kane, longboi support.
Longboi support.
Thank you for supporting the longboi. Hey, look at that. Look at that. That's nice. That's real nice, that is. Yeah, chat, so here's an interesting question, like an ethics question to leave you with, for today's stream. I'm someone who, even though I know a lot of people want dumb politician answers and got you, I'm still like, no, I'd like to educate you, even if you don't feel like listening. I think one of the things that is, worth thinking about is, if you could, you know, the most just life that you could live, there are two ways that you can imagine this, right? If you're trying to imagine the most you can fix the world within your lifetime. I will now be Longboi Haver. You're welcome for the outro. I literally just got home from work. Hey everyone, enjoy the 321st Longboi. I will now be buying just 79, as it turns out. But yeah, if you want to buy any of those. Also, wow, this cave leads over here. That is extra interesting. I kind of want to like smooth out the cave as a weird little like extra into the. Yeah, I feel like we could make this like something. I would confuse me about why I'd built this, but I love confusing future me. I love making him ask questions about my own sanity. And so let's add that in right now. So, yeah, I've enjoyed today's live stream a lot, chat. And I think the last question I want to leave you with is the most just life one where you give, every time you earn any money, any profit that you have, you know, as an individual. Because I think that comparing individuals and companies doesn't perfectly work, but you do have profit, right? We often call profits savings, but the idea that you have spare monies after your necessities, actually savings isn't right. Savings and fun money and all the sorts of things that you need to live a good life. A lot of people kind of like mix in necessities and savings and you know, like non-necessities to the point where they generally don't know how they can save money, because they're like, I just buy everything I feel like and then I have no money at the end of the month. And it's like, well, let me tell you why. But if you could take all of the profit that you have as an individual, if you take all of the excess money you have and donate it to a charity, would that be the most just thing you could do? The answer might be yes, right? The answer you might feel like is yes. Or would it be a more just, fair thing? Would it be more that to actually, you know, instead of going through that, would it be more just to take that money that you could make and to invest it into take all of the money that you would gather every single week, every single month, and invest that money into making a big difference, building a, there are all sorts of foundations that do amazing things, such as air ambulance trusts or homes for wounded animals, or all of the good charities, right? Not the ones that exist to make money. The ones where someone has some money and they want to do something good. The Nobel Prizes, for example, were someone who built a lot of money up. If they'd have used every bit of money they had when they had it, they couldn't make something so big that was so good. And so a similar thing kind of comes down to, how do you want to make profit as a company? I will freely admit that my my channel does make a profit. I use that profit partially to invest in its future, and partially to I use it partially just to, honestly, to enjoy life more. I have all sorts of fun things that I get to do as a result of this. But I think also at the same time that as a company that makes things, you get to decide, am I going to make a loss by doing something that ticks some box somewhere, or am I going to make money doing something that most consumers expect and use that money to invest in something good? Say sustainability, say whatever else. Every company gets to make its own decisions, and you get to decide which ones you shop with. But it's something to think about, at least for your own personal life, because you can't control how companies work, you can't control how things do. But what you can control is how you work and what your plan is. You should aim to do good somewhere in there, and hopefully you got a good plan. Hey, 322 sold! Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along to today's live stream. I think we must have gone 8 minutes over our timer right there. I'm pretty sure. We'll have to rewind just to be sure, just to make sure. Okay, so 1 minute and 30. Okay, so 8 minutes ago, the timer ended 8 minutes and 7 minutes and 45 seconds ago. So that it's not over yet, chat. There's 322 longboi sold. There's another minute of live stream. So we'll use that minute to say that a lot of people think that doing good means suffering themselves. But if you're doing good the right way, you can do it in a way that doesn't make you suffer. You can do good in a way that you enjoy. And that is a harder one to work out. And it's a harder one to find. And it's a harder space to fit into the world. Thank you, by the way, all around Looney for becoming a member. Hope you enjoy the new member-only videos. Indeed, including Toy Cat paving into Doritos. But yeah, I can finally sleep. I can sleep clearly now. The rain is gone. Wait, I guess sleeping was what made the rain gone. Oh, isn't this beautiful, chat? Welcome to day 6396 in the Let's Play world. And welcome to everyone who has just come to the live stream. You picked a terrible time because it's over now. Thank you. Have a great day. And I'll see you next time for the Big Brother style Minecraft live stream. Okay, here's my idea. So on Thursday, it's not tomorrow. On Thursday, there's going to be 10 people in the world. And the people are all going to vote for each other. The people with the 3 highest number of votes, or 2 if too many people are tied for 3rd, will go to a chat poll. And we're going to keep on doing it until one person is left. It's going to be a silly game show, and maybe we'll beat Minecraft at the same time. I'm very confused now, because someone just bought another longboi. What are the rules for this, chat? Do I just keep doing my outro? Shall I go do some inventory sorting? I should do some inventory sorting. The end of the live stream where it doesn't end, I love it. I usually am bad at ending live streams, but I'm especially bad when longboys are being bought. I did agree outro times free, do a fake end of the stream. Chat, what if the stream never ended? Should we do that? Should we do a live stream that never ends? I want to do a live stream that never ends. Are all the contestants already decided? I will say, if you are a member, actually, you know what? There is a if you remember, there's a place. I think, where you can find out these things. Also, what is this? Oh. What am I even doing in here? I think this is where I store my armor trims, right? Let's put my smithing templates in here. Let's just throw them in. They need to go somewhere, right? What a lovely collection of armor trims this is, by the way. What a lovely collection. So, oh god, I hate my life. How do I get in? Am I right that there's a member-only place? Do I have to go look? Also, I forgot how I did the extra armor stands. Does anyone remember how I did them? Are they hanging out somewhere else? Did I never make the extra armor stands, or did I just... Oh, they're in the corners up there. Oh, I found them. Oh, that's fun. I think they probably should be in the corner downstairs. I like the idea at first, but clearly if I can't find my way around my world, it's not a very good world. Also, I should move this. If I remove the blocks, I can make the rails run along the wood there. I mean, there are member-only community posts. Dasher, how many people are in the secret group for the server we did? Do you think we could repurpose that to be for the Big Brother people? Honestly, what we'll just do is I'll post a link to the... I'll have to find someone who's willing to like add people during the stream. I think we used Hacker1MC last time. In fact, does anyone know how to contact him? We'll contact him in advance. What server I want to be included? Yeah, so the way we'll do it is we'll open a realm and then we'll have someone manage the... I guess I'll make it public, I guess. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad we're working this out now. Because I think what we should do is we should make the... Because we could try and line up contestants before, like you say, but I think it's not going to work. Because what if people aren't available that day? You know, like, on the internet, anyone can just be wherever they want at any point in time. It's beautiful, but it's also a mess for organization. So, a solution may be... I need to get up there. How do I get on top of this? I think a good solution... Is this tomorrow? No, it's going to be Friday. I'm saying Thursday is tomorrow because I'm day broken. Not tomorrow. Quick, buy another longboi so Toycat can work out logistics. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be doing a... if you are a member, you'll be able to see a link about 5-10 minutes before the stream goes live. And then we're going to remove the link, and anyone who isn't on the world will be kicked out. Please do not join. I will trust members not to join the world after it's gone on. And we're going to start with 10 people plus me. Maybe people should email auditions. I tell you what, we'll do the first edition just purely randomly. And then if it goes well, we'll do one where people can... Honestly, that does sound kind of fun if people email me auditions. You know, if you are around on Friday, email... And you're a member of the channel, email toycatassistant@gmail.com with your application for why you think you would be a good Minecraft player. The exact specifics we're going to have to leave out a bit, but it's going to be a little bit of collaborative building and a little bit of beating Minecraft. That's all, to make sure I'm not leaving you fully in the dark. But I want it to be a little bit more of a surprise. Hopefully you can understand. So I'm gonna go get on that rail outside now. This is such a messy world I have. I'm gonna remove these wood blocks because they're very ugly too. Toycat has no idea what he's allowed to say. I know you have to be really careful saying stuff sometimes because some people... I don't want to reveal anything that I shouldn't. Email to win. Yeah, right. Make a good email. Send it to us. We'll review your application. It'll be great. So, yeah, if you want to play some Minecraft, you want to win some stuff, it'll be happening. Speaking of things that are happening, okay, this is dumb, but I need to finish this. That's cool, but you're gonna get 9 million applications. Oh, I guarantee, if you're worried about seeing an application because you're like too many people will, there's gonna be like 11. Now that I've said that, slightly more people will send applications, but it's going to be like 17. you're almost guaranteed to get in. Unless there's too many applications, in which case I'll regret it, but I'll have no way of letting you know. But that probably won't happen. I can check if someone is a member too, so no cheating. Yeah, it's just... Obviously, you leave your YouTube username. I switched to Linux, can't join a Bedrock world anymore. You know, you can run, what is it, Wine? Is also, can't believe you switched to Linux, Dan. That's a very pretentious move. It's like, ooh, yes, I only drink tannin-free wine. You know, it's like, you know, as long as you feel happy though. You know, it's very, that's what really matters. So that's where the rail will go now. Honestly, looks pretty cool too. I feel like we hid that pretty well. So as soon as I break these oak blocks, the stream is over. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who bought a longboy today. If you want to buy any of the last 77 from me, because I will be buying the rest myself and putting them in a corner of my room, if I'm being honest, you can do so, as there are now just under 2 days left to get your hands on one. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. There are exactly 2 days and 2 hours left to get a longboy. Do it. You won't. You won't. You won't. But you won't. No, I'm gonna buy 77. What do you think 77 longboys costs? Ooh. Okay. I don't know if you pay. Yeah, you pay shipping. I think per. Because they're like. So, yeah, I've got an expensive order I'm gonna make, chat. See you next time. Do you like my Minecraft world? It's very nice, isn't it? I hope you're having a good one, internet. Sleep tight. Make sure that you do something you enjoy this evening, and that you have a good one.